Welcome to SecondaryDAO, Real Estate Tokenized, a blockchain-powered property investment platform built for the future. What is SecondaryDAO? It's a complete infrastructure for tokenized real estate investment. We convert property ownership into tradable tokens on the blockchain. Our smart contracts handle everything automatically, from compliance verification to rent distributions. With built-in KYC integration and a secondary trading exchange, investors can buy, sell, and earn passive income from real estate, all secured by code. Traditional real estate investment has always been exclusive. High minimums, illiquid positions, complex paperwork, and slow settlement times. SecondaryDAO changes this with blockchain technology. We enable fractional ownership, instant trading, and automated operations, making real estate accessible to everyone, not just the wealthy. Our platform is built on Arbitrum 1, Ethereum's leading Layer 2 blockchain. This gives us Ethereum's full security with sub-second finality and transaction costs under $1. Every property token, every trade, every distribution is recorded immutably on-chain. Smart contracts execute automatically when conditions are met, no intermediaries, no delays. Plus, native USDC support means no bridging risks. Why Arbitrum 1? It's the ideal blockchain for tokenized real estate. As an optimistic roll-up, all transaction data is posted to Ethereum Layer 1, giving you the full security of Ethereum mainnet. Native USDC means Circle mints directly on Arbitrum. No bridging risks, no wrapped tokens. Transaction fees stay under $1, making distributions economical. Sub-second finality means instant confirmations, and full EVM compatibility means we run the same battle-tested Solidity contracts. For regulated assets like real estate, Arbitrum 1 delivers enterprise security with the liquidity of Ethereum's largest Layer 2. Our smart contract architecture includes 6 core contracts. Property Core handles the ERC20 token logic. Property Sale Escrow manages the initial token sale. Whitelist Manager enforces KYC compliance. Reserve Fund Manager protects property reserves. Distribution Manager handles rent payments. And Order Book Exchange enables secondary trading. Each contract is modular, upgradable, and thoroughly audited. Beyond the blockchain, SecondaryDAO includes a complete backend API and admin dashboard. The backend handles off-chain operations like KYC processing, API integrations, and user management. The front end provides an intuitive interface for investors, admins, and compliance officers. Everything synchronizes with the blockchain in real time. When it's time to tokenize a new property, the factory contract takes over. With a single transaction, the factory deploys a complete suite of contracts configured specifically for that property. Token name, symbol, total supply, pricing, all set automatically. This standardized deployment ensures consistency across all properties. We use the EIP 1167 minimal proxy pattern for gas efficiency. Instead of deploying full contract bytecode for each property, we deploy lightweight clones that delegate to master implementations. This reduces deployment costs by up to 90% while maintaining full functionality. Every property gets its own contract addresses, but shares optimized logic. After deployment, the factory automatically links all contracts together. Property Core knows about its escrow. Escrow knows about the whitelist manager. Distribution knows about the reserve fund. These cross-contract permissions are set atomically during deployment, eliminating configuration errors and ensuring seamless operation from day one. Once a property suite is deployed and configured, the factory locks itself out. No further modifications are possible from the factory. This immutability ensures that property terms can never be changed after launch. Investors can trust that the rules governing their investment are permanent. Before deployment, each property is fully configured. Token name and symbol, total supply, price per token, property valuation, seller allocation, everything is specified upfront. The system validates all parameters, calculates token economics, and prepares the deployment package. This ensures every property launch meets platform standards. Reserve funds protect property health. We configure 6 reserve categories: vacancy, maintenance, property taxes, insurance, capital expenditures, and HOA management. Target percentages are set for each, and the system automatically withholds rent to maintain these reserves. This ensures properties can handle unexpected expenses without impacting investor distributions. Role-based access control governs platform operations. Platform admins can deploy properties and update whitelists. Property admins manage reserves and distributions. Compliance officers handle KYC approvals. Investors can buy, sell, and claim. Each role has specific permissions enforced on-chain. This granular control ensures security while enabling efficient operations. Regulatory compliance is built into SecondaryDAO's core. Before investing, every user must complete Know Your Customer verification. We integrate with AMLBot for identity verification and sanction screening. Approved users are added to our on-chain whitelist, enabling them to participate in property sales and trades. No whitelist entry, no transactions. AMLBot provides enterprise-grade identity verification. Users submit government ID and selfie, which are verified against fraud databases. Sanction lists are checked automatically. Once approved, users receive a verified status that's stored in our system. This verification process ensures every platform participant meets regulatory requirements. Verified addresses are compiled into a Merkle tree, a cryptographic data structure that allows efficient verification. Each leaf represents an approved wallet address. The tree is hashed up to a single root value. To prove whitelist membership, users only need a small proof path, not the entire list. This makes verification gas-efficient and privacy-preserving. The Merkle root is stored on-chain in the whitelist manager contract. When new users are verified or removed, we rebuild the tree and update the root. This single 32-byte value represents the entire approved user list. Smart contracts verify membership proofs against this root, ensuring only compliant users can transact. Now let's walk through the investment flow. When a verified investor wants to purchase property tokens, they interact with the property sale escrow contract. The system checks their whitelist status, calculates token amounts, and prepares the transaction. Every step is validated before execution, ensuring a secure and compliant purchase process. Before purchasing, the investor's wallet generates a Merkle proof. This proof demonstrates that their address is included in the whitelist without revealing other addresses. The proof is submitted with the purchase transaction. The smart contract verifies the proof against the stored Merkle root, confirming compliance status instantly. The escrow contract performs comprehensive verification. Is the sale active? Is the investor whitelisted? Do they have sufficient USDC? Would this purchase exceed the cap? Every condition must pass before the transaction proceeds. This multi-layer validation prevents invalid or non-compliant purchases. Upon verification, USDC transfers from the investor to the escrow contract. We use USDC, a regulated stablecoin, for all transactions. The transfer is atomic. If it fails, the entire transaction reverts. Once USDC is received, it's held securely in escrow until sale completion. With payment confirmed, new property tokens are minted directly to the investor's wallet. The property core contract creates tokens according to the purchased amount. These tokens represent fractional ownership in the property and entitle the holder to proportional rent distributions. The investor's position is now recorded on-chain. The escrow tracks sale progress in real time. Total tokens sold, funds raised, investor count, all visible on-chain. As the sale progresses toward the target, investors can monitor progress. Once the sale target is reached, the escrow can be finalized, releasing funds to the property seller. When the sale completes successfully, secondary trading is unlocked. The token contract transitions from sale mode to trading mode. Investors can now list their tokens on the order book exchange. The property has successfully launched, and a liquid market begins to form. Now let's explore rent distribution, where investors earn passive income. When a property generates rental income, that USDC is sent to the platform. The system then processes it through our automated distribution pipeline. From collection to investor wallets, every step is handled by smart contracts. Incoming rent first flows to the Reserve Fund Manager contract. This contract is responsible for protecting property reserves. It checks current reserve levels against targets, determines if any reserves need replenishment, and calculates withholding amounts. The reserve manager ensures property expenses are covered before distributions. The system calculates shortfalls for each reserve category. If vacancy reserve is at 64% of target, there's a shortfall. If maintenance is fully funded, no withholding needed. The contract aggregates all shortfalls to determine total withholding. This precise calculation ensures reserves are replenished proportionally. Our tier system determines withholding rates based on reserve health. Tier 1, below 50% funded, triggers full withholding until reserves recover. Tier 2, at 50 to 75%, withholds 50%. Tier 3, at 75 to 90%, withholds 25%. And Tier 4, above 90%, passes all rent to distribution. This dynamic system balances protection with investor returns. Based on tier calculations, rent is automatically allocated to replenish reserves. The reserve manager sends withheld amounts to each reserve bucket. Progress bars fill up as reserves rebuild. The remaining rent, after withholding, is forwarded to the distribution manager for investor payouts. The reserve manager hands off distributable funds to the distribution manager contract. This handoff is a direct contract-to-contract transfer, no human intervention. The distribution manager receives the USDC and prepares for investor payouts. The trustless handoff ensures funds can never be misdirected. The distribution manager creates a distribution epoch. An epoch captures a snapshot of token ownership at a specific block. This snapshot determines who receives distributions and in what proportion. Per token distribution amounts are calculated based on total distribution divided by token supply. Historical epochs provide a complete distribution record. We use push distributions, sending USDC directly to investor wallets. The contract iterates through token holders, calculating each holder's share and transfers USDC in batch transactions. This is gas optimized to handle hundreds of investors per transaction. No claiming required. Investors receive funds automatically. Each investor receives a distribution receipt. Their holdings, share percentage, and USDC amount are all recorded on-chain. The transaction hash provides permanent proof of distribution. Investors can track all historical distributions through our dashboard. Complete transparency for every rent payment. For maximum flexibility, we also offer gasless claims through our Merkle Payout Distributor contract. Instead of pushing funds, we publish a Merkle route representing all investor entitlements. Investors can claim their distributions at any time without paying gas. The platform covers transaction fees. This global contract works across all properties, letting investors batch claim from multiple investments in a single gasless transaction. It's the best of both worlds: immediate push distributions or claim when ready convenience. SecondaryDAO includes a complete rental management system for property managers. Each property can have multiple units, each with its own tenant, lease terms, and rent schedule. Property managers can onboard tenants, set rent amounts, and track payment history, all through our admin dashboard. The system bridges traditional property management with blockchain-powered transparency. Tenants pay rent in USDC without ever touching cryptocurrency complexity. Using permit signatures, tenants authorize rent payments that the platform submits on their behalf, completely gasless. No ETH required, no wallet funding, no failed transactions. Tenants simply approve the payment in their wallet, and the system handles the rest. Rent flows directly to the property's smart contracts, where it's automatically processed for reserve allocation and investor distributions. Every rent payment is recorded on-chain with complete audit trails. Property managers see real-time payment status across all units. Late payments are flagged automatically. Payment history builds verifiable tenant credit records, and investors can see exactly how much rent each property generates. Full transparency from tenant to token holder. Beyond distributions, SecondaryDAO provides a full secondary trading exchange. Token holders can sell their positions to other verified investors. Buyers can acquire property exposure without waiting for new offerings. The order book exchange enables peer-to-peer trading with smart contract security, liquidity whenever you need it. The order book displays all active buy and sell orders. Sellers list tokens at their asking price. Buyers place bids at their desired price. When prices match, trades execute. The spread between best bid and ask shows market efficiency. Real-time depth visualization helps investors make informed decisions. Trade execution is atomic and trustless. First, buyer and seller are verified against the whitelist. Then USDC transfers from buyer to seller. Finally, tokens transfer from seller to buyer, all in a single transaction. If any step fails, everything reverts. This atomic settlement prevents partial trades and ensures both parties receive what they expect. SecondaryDAO also handles tenant security deposits on-chain. When a property has tenants, their deposits are held in smart contract escrow rather than traditional bank accounts. This provides transparency, automatic enforcement, and instant resolution. Both tenants and property owners benefit from trustless deposit management. The deposit flow begins when a tenant initiates a deposit through the Security Deposit Manager contract. USDC is transferred and locked in escrow. A receipt is issued on-chain, confirming deposit amount and terms. The deposit remains locked for the duration of the lease, protected by immutable smart contract logic. When a lease ends, the contract handles resolution automatically. If there are no damages or unpaid rent, the full deposit returns to the tenant. If deductions apply, amounts are calculated and subtracted before return. The property receives compensation, the tenant receives the remainder. No disputes, no delays, rules enforced by code. A dashboard provides complete visibility into all deposits. Active deposits, pending releases, and historical records are all available. Each deposit's status, amount, and associated property are displayed. Everything is verifiable on-chain through block explorers. Property managers have full oversight while tenants have guaranteed transparency. Behind the scenes, SecondaryDAO operates with enterprise-grade reliability. Contract deployments, KYC verifications, rent distributions, and trade settlements all run automatically. Our monitoring system tracks uptime, response times, and transaction success rates. 24/7 operations with real-time alerting ensure the platform is always ready. Security is paramount. Multi-sig protected emergency controls allow authorized parties to pause trading or freeze transfers if needed. Circuit breakers automatically trigger on anomalous activity. For upgrades, we use transparent proxy patterns with 48-hour time locks. All changes require external audits. Security first, always. Your investments are protected by multi-signature governance. No single administrator can make unilateral changes to the platform. Critical actions require consensus from multiple authorized signers. All governance decisions are recorded on-chain with full transparency. You can verify every proposal, every vote, and every execution. This decentralized control means your investment is never at the mercy of a single point of failure. The time lock contract adds another layer of protection. When any platform upgrade is proposed, it enters a mandatory 48-hour waiting period. During this time, users can review the changes and prepare accordingly. If something seems wrong, the community has time to respond. Only after the delay period, and if all conditions are met, can the change be executed. No surprise updates, ever. Thank you for exploring SecondaryDAO, real estate tokenized. Built on Arbitrum One with native USDC, powered by smart contracts, secured with enterprise-grade protection. Ready to learn more? Reach out at josh@secondarydao.com. The future of property investment starts here.